Hello, good afternoon. Let's just say afternoon. It's not quite afternoon, it's still morning. Okay, so this will be part 2 of working on paper beads. I have no idea. I didn't actually look yet. I think these are off to the side, out of the way yet. I want to try to work in this area. What I really should do is put a piece of tape here or something, and that way I know where I need to be in camera from that seems to be my biggest issue. I need to make sure I'm actually recording. And yeah, it looks like I am recording. I can barely see my viewfinder from here. So anyway, I'm just rolling paper beads this morning because I figured afternoon, morning, whatever. Today, I just figured I'm going to roll some paper beads today just because I hadn't got around to doing it. And I got to go for a walk yet today. I gotta go do that yet, but I figured I'd do that after lunch here. So, oh, and the tool I'm using is from this, whoops, I always put it the wrong way. From this lady's brand. If you do not have any paper bead tools, I highly recommend buying from her. She's kind of like in the same situation as me, a housewife probably. I'm just assuming actually, so I don't actually know. Anyway, she does all this stuff herself. It's kind of cool. So it's neat, and it supports a local, you know, well, not local for me, but because she's from Maine or somewhere. But anyway, I think you get to support, you know, crafters. So I'm using the size 1 here. So the 5/64 or whatever. If you're interested in what size my holes were going to end up being. I do use the other sizes for various things. So, okay, see how this one has this? And I had said in my video where I was cutting the paper that I was not too worried about the hole, because you won't, in the end product, you won't be able to tell it's there anyway. Looks like you kind of can, but realistically, once I plop this one with all the other ones, you probably won't be able to tell. Actually, I don't know. Whoops. See, I did it again. I gotta figure out a better way to do that. But I can't see, you know, I didn't know. I wouldn't be able to tell that there was a hole in this one from where those handles were on the paper bag. Now I put the extra glue on here. If you don't like doing that, by all means, don't have to. That's just how I do it. I'm not overly picky about it, maybe because I don't know, I'm just lazy, I guess. It's like whenever I'm playing WoW, I have this one friend who just loves playing alts. Like right now, the new expansion came out, and leveling cap is 120, and she's like got 6 level 120s already, and I'm sitting here, I haven't even finished doing all 3 of my zones yet. Whoops. So I'm like, you're making me look really lazy. And she just prefers playing lots of alts. So, and then she also she does a lot of PvP and arena stuff. So she's not terribly interested in end game content, which, you know what? That's what's fun about that game, is she can do that stuff and other people can do, you know, there are tons of people that just play that game just to PvP. So whatever, you know, whatever makes you happy. So I don't know. I'm not big into playing PvP, so I don't know. Now, what happened? Oh, yeah. Now, okay, remember how I said if you hadn't watched that video where I had said I don't cut very well? Well, here's an example. So this one isn't going to look well because of this chunk missing from here, but you got to work with what you got. So I am not one of those people that sweats too terribly bad about the shape of my beads. I'm not interested if they're all going to be the same size. That's just not the type of crafter I am, mainly because even when I try to get them the same size, they don't come out the same size anyway. So I'm not a machine. I can't make things all the same size. It just, I don't know. Once again, I'm lazy, I think. I guess if I spent more time making the cuts precision, whatever, it would be better, but I don't know. And you can shape it, and whoops. I got some of my extra glue on there. There we go. Oh, excuse me. So there's what that one looks like. Oh my goodness, I have a dry throat today. So if I cough, that's why. I don't know. I don't have a cold or anything. Just my throat, back of my throat gets a little itchy sometimes. All right. So like in the other video, I was talking about how I gotta learn to accept the fact that I'm not gonna know my daughter's health stuff anymore. So that's just, and I never was one of those parents that was all boo-hooey-eyed when my kid went off to elementary school for the first time, or like if they had a party and sleepover and stuff. I didn't always do the hover around parent thing, and especially now, it's like I stopped doing the. I used to do like the the parties where I would have the theme and everybody, like I did little pumpkins one year where they were those little tiny pumpkin gourds. You'll start seeing them out in the grocery stores pretty soon where you can pick them up, or wherever you go. Little gourds. I always try to keep saving them, but they all end up rotting out on me after they just sit out for a while. They're only meant to last so long, but I always in the hopes that someday I'll get one that won't rot out on me. But anyway, I'm off topic. But like I did crafts one year where I made them fluffy hair, and I painted on their faces, and then all the kids got to take one home, and I was like, oh, I miss doing parties like that. But I mean, that party alone had like 13 to 16 kids in it. Oh, that was busy. That was a busy birthday party. I've done birthday parties where they're themed, like underwater, treasure hunting. I've done piñata birthday where I made piñatas. That was before I had started doing YouTube, where I would have gladly done a video on how I made piñatas. Apparently, I make my piñatas too well because I did like 6 coats of paper on the outside of the balloon. And when the kids went to smash that pumpkin, you really had to, the piñata, you really had to put some force behind it to actually break it. Yeah, so apparently I should have probably only done 1 or 2 coats of for the piñata, but those were fun. I made two of them were faces, the kids' faces. Then I did one that was like this flower. It had a bunch of little flowers on it. And then I think the other one was just some, bands of color. But I just ended up taking like tissue paper, like the paper that you would wrap a present with that's colored, that you put in like a gift box or whatever, that tissue paper, crepe paper or whatever you would want to call it. Anyway, and all I did was cut it into strips and then cut them and then just glue those strips to the paper mache. That's all I did to make colors and designs. But yeah, I'm gonna miss all that. And what? Holy cow, it's been 10 minutes already? Holy cow. Okay, I guess I'll end here. Here's what I've got done so far. So the pile is getting a little bigger, but I still have so much more to go. My goodness, I didn't know it would take so long to make paper beads. But okay, I guess we'll have a part 3. All right.